Obviously we not where we want to be right now, 5-5. But we got a good opportunity this week. Play a divisional rival. It's going to be a hyped up game. I'm sure those guys want to see us as bad as we want to see them. But definitely want to finish this back half of the season on a positive note, a strong note, and just continue to kind of hold our place in the division as number one.
Last year, I think Ritter made his first start against you all. What do you remember from that game? And just on film, how much have you seen him grow that he'll be starting again?
I mean, to be honest, man, you see a lot of things he do well. It's things that we kind of struggle with. The last 4 or 5 weeks. So they're gonna put him on the center. They'll put him in the gun. They're gonna obviously get him outside the pocket. Give him a 3-option play. As we call it. He can throw it away. He can run it, or he can throw it to somebody. So our hands will be full with that. And so just looking forward to it. Obviously, we got a bad taste in our mouth with quarterbacks of his caliber. So it's going to be a big challenge for us this week.
I just have one more question. You were at the Heisman ceremony, obviously, with Jaden Daniels, potentially another LSU player winning it. How closely do you follow that, and what would you tell him about just kind of being up there in the whole moment, assuming he's going to be invited and potentially even win it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure his odds was much better than mine was. I think he's pretty much, in the driver's seat, right now. For me, I just went out there, man, for the glitz and glamour. I knew I probably wasn't winning it, so I was just trying to enjoy it, as much as I can. But, he's had a phenomenal year. Obviously I follow LSU closely, but, definitely feel like he's one of those players that, really, man, has kind of come into his own, over the course of his career. So, hats off to him, man. Hats off to, all the people over there coaching him up. So, but yeah, most definitely want to see him, bring it back to the Bayou.
Tyrann, have you told James to vote for him?
You know what? I forgot James had a vote. So shame on me, but I'll definitely be putting that bug in his ear for sure.
Tyrann, last game was the first game that you guys didn't have a takeaway this season. How much has that been discussed or a point of focus in getting back in that, in that category again this next game?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. Every game in the NFL is a close football game. Sometimes you kind of able to run away with the score. So, when we played the Vikings, it came down to the wire. It was another close game. So, I think when you look back on, all the games, but especially those games that you lose, by one score, right? Like you're always a turnover or a takeaway, away from, putting your team in position to win the game. So, we back on it. We've been preaching and harping it really all year. But I think this back half of the season, man, we really got to do a better job. And I thought we did a great job of taking the ball away. But, if we could kind of take it up a notch, I think we'll be right where we need to be, going into the end of the season and, hopefully the playoffs.
Is there that renewed focus again of trying to get that consistency? I know, Dance was talking about during that bye week about how, the first 5, how the defense, compared to the last 5
right
before that break. Is that kind of the renewed focus again, trying to get that consistency back on defense?
Yeah, man. Obviously we started the season off really well and, kind of played well here and there. Wasn't really good enough, especially in the back end. Gave up a ton of touchdowns and, a ton of passing yards. So, if we can just get back to, playing how we know we can play, we'll be all right. I don't think there's really no panic in that, but it is a sense of urgency. You don't realize sometimes that you're kind of on a decline, right? So, that was kind of good that, to have that pointed out to us.
How much would you miss a guy like Marshawn with the secondary, miss a guy like that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, any team he's on, man, they're going to miss him. Not many guys in this league can cover how he can cover. And just his presence alone, right, like can scare a quarterback away from making certain throws. So, we'll definitely miss his presence if he's not able to go with us. But, feel like we have, enough guys in the room that, we can get it done.
I know every game is important, but is there like a heightened sense of urgency for this game?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Listen, man, 5-5, like every game from here on out is, extremely important. I think how we practice and prepare, extremely important, and how we finish the game too. And we've been doing a decent job at that. But we just, like I said, man, we just got to find a way to kind of put it together for 4 quarters and really help this team, win.